Hello everyone. This is today's live show. We will introduce the charcoal making machine. We're the manufacturer of the fully continuous carbonization machine of this kind of project. If you want to just process this kind of business or interested in the charcoal making business, you can contact with us. This is the 3D video of the fully continuous carbonization machine to process the waste ice rock or corn cobs, nut shells, or wood to the charcoal. And this is the carbonization furnace. It is a fully continuous one that is called. We will feed the raw materials and dry them and have the carbonization reaction and to slag the charcoal at the same time. It's fully continuous and they can work for 7 to 10 days. We have capacity for 1 ton per hour, 2 ton per hour, and 3 ton per hour. And this is a feeding process. For the raw materials that we need to process them to the particles that's more than 30 millimeters. That's to ensure we feed the raw material at an oxygen-free environment. After drying then we will use this carbonization machine to dry them. Well, if you are interested in this kind of project or want to get this kind of equipment, you can contact with us. We are a Chinese manufacturer to process the fully continuous and semi-continuous and batch type carbonization machine for different working efficiency and different capacity. And here is a 3D video to process the carbonization machine. Well, this is a brief introduction, and let's have a video that will show more detailed about this equipment. First, we will feed the raw material into this hopper, and then by using the belt conveyor, they will go into the drying machine. This is a slanting pipe feeding the raw material below, and the material will go down into this drying machine with a temperature of nearly 200 to 300 degrees. And then this is in order to lower the moisture of the raw material, they can feed them in, just dry them to that the moisture can just lower than 15%. And then they will go into the carbonization machine. Here is a furnace that they will use the hot wind furnace to heat it. Well, it is used indirect heating. The furnace chamber is nearly 600 to 800 degrees, and the temperature in the furnace is nearly 400 to 600. Well, we use indirect heating is because it will use for 7 to 10 days. So we ordered to just lower, ensure that the fire of this furnace will not have an influence of its qualities. And then we will use the slagging wrench with a water cover outside to slag the charcoal. And then after 2 sections or 3 sections, the charcoal we can just be packed it directly. And here is the recycle of the hot wind that in the combination system, we have the hot wind furnace to get this heating energy. And this extra heating energy that we can just go into the cyclone collector to clean the dust, and then go into the drying machine to heat the raw materials. And this is the rain recycling, and just in the boiling chamber we have the smoke that we will use this cooling system, the water cooling system, to cool down the temperature, and then by using a spraying tower to remove the sulfur dioxide in it, and then they can be released in kind of emission. The whole processing system, we will use the cleaning system, the purification system to ensure that there are no pollution during the production. While the core advantages lie in its low carbon emission characteristics, and it can just contribute to hundreds of tons of the carbon dioxide emission reduced just annually. This is the fully continuous carbonization plant, and we also have the batch type pyrolysis plant and semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. If you are interested or want to get more information, you can contact with our sales manager, or can send a private message to us, and my assistant will just help you to contact with our sales manager, and they will give you the catalog and price list. We are the manufacturer of this kind of charcoal making machine, or we call it carbonization machine. It utilizes the pyrolysis technique to efficiently convert the biomass, such as the wood, the corn cob, the rice husk, or the bamboo, and this various organic waste into the high temperature oxygen-free environment, and the processing transforms waste into the highly valuable charcoal. Well, also we have the sarin gas and vinegar and the tar. But the new final products we want to get is the biochar, the charcoal. And then we can just use that different ways. This will show in this picture, like the charcoal used to add the fuel, heating fuel, or purify materials, or fertilizer, or installation materials. And the wood vinegar and the tar, our technique is to burn them, or just to ensure that they will not have to clog off this pipe. If you want to recycle them, you can use other technique. And the waste gas, here the waste gas that we will recycle them to using the cyclone dust collector to clean the dust, and then they will use that hot wind furnace to give our furnace of the heating energy. Then we can save our extra heating energy. Here is the equipment structure. It includes the feeding system, the drying system, carbonization system, slagging system, and the purification system. And also we need to contact with a pre-processed step to crash the particles into the like this is the 20 millimeter, or at least smaller than 30 millimeters particles. Well, if you have any questions or want to get more information, you can contact with our sales manager. We are the manufacturer of the carbonization system, and also we have the machine to recycle the waste tire, with plastic, and to transport them into the fuel oil, carbon black, and the syngas, and also the steel wire. Just we have different kind of the working process. The first is the carbonization system, the carbonization machine to crash the biomass into the biochar. And also we have the pyrolysis machine to recycle like the waste tire, with plastic, oil sludge, coal tar oil sludge into the fuel oil. And also we can purify this kind of fuel oil or other kind of oil like the engine oil, crude oil into the non-standard diesel. And the diesel we can use at the agricultural machine, cement factory, glass factory, or so like mining machine, ferry, and so on. Here is different kind of technique and the final products applications. Oh, by the way, we also have the machine to recycle the solar panels and lithium battery. There are a different technique to use the physical crashing and separation technique to recycle the copper, aluminium, and like the silicone, plastic, glass from the solar panels. Here are the parameters of this kind of carbonization machine. It can be reference. Because we have different pipe in different sizes. Well, the heating consumption and the labor consumption is kind of different. This is just for reference. We also effected with just a certificate with the PLC system. It will just use the programmable logic controllers to achieve efficient, flexible after during this working process, to ensure that we can have a more higher production efficiency and automatic level during the production. It is more fitable for the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Here are different project cases. Well, the carbonization machine is a device that to burn the materials such as bamboo, wood, under the oxygen deficient conditions, and then we can get the biochar or charcoal, and also called the charcoal making machine. Now we have our customers in more than 120 countries, and we are located in China. Our factory is next to our company. We are the manufacturer. Now we have our product cases in all over the world, so it's very convenient for you to visit. And also our sales manager can just help you to introduce all of these cases and tell you about how to set up this business, the consumptions, and the policies during the production. This is some cases from like in China, in Brazil, Nigeria. We also have our customer or subsidiary company in Nigeria because they have a large market in Africa. The plant show a very mean plant. In Africa, we can get the plant shell using the carbonization machine to get the biochar, and also we have the plant module making machine. Huge capacity. Also, we have this kind of business. If you want to set up a plant oil making machine, you can also contact with us. Here is some feedback. And now let's have introduce our company. It's in Jiaozuo City, Henan Province. We are one of the subsidiary company of Doing Holdings for the environmental protection technique, a comprehensive environmental equipment manufacturer innovating technological design, research, development, machine production, sales, after-sales service. Now we have our just like the several kind of the patents. And this is a picture of our factory, and this is our company is in Zhengzhou City, capital of Henan Province. Here is some introduce of our factory. If you want to set up this business, you can come to China, come to our factory. We have a prototype, and you can see about the prototype. You can send your material to us. We can have experiment of this working efficiency and the final product's quality, and also you can just see how we built this equipment of how to ensure the qualities. And here are other products. We also have the cable wear granulation machine, PCB board recycling, aluminium, plastic, radiator, lithium battery recycling machine, and the solar panel recycling machine. Here is our service. We have the pre-sale service, on-sale service, and after-sale service in one. Most of our customers may care about after-sale service. We have 1 year warranty, and our engineer can come to your workshop, help you to finish the installation, debugging, and the technical training. Here is a brief introduction of our company and our service. If you want to set up this business, want to set up a carbonization business, you can contact with us. And now let's see about the 3D video. This is the spring tower to purify the harmful particles that's in the smoke that we need to emission. And this is the feeding system. We will use the belt conveyor to feed the raw materials into this drying machine. It is nearly 14 millimeters, very long machine to lower the moisture of this materials under 15%. And then we will go, the material will go into this carbonization machine. After carbonizing, they will get the charcoal. The hot wind, it will use in the cyclone dust collector in the cooling system and spraying tower to purify them. This is a showing more detail of this 3D video. You can have a look if you want to get more information or want to know the price list. You can contact with our sales manager. They will go just add you and send you our catalog, our price list. We can look what's your more convenient to communicate by the WhatsApp or email or other ways. Here is the carbonization drying machine. And then they will go into this carbonization machine. For the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, we need to ensure just oxygen-free or just low oxygen environment. So the feeding system and the slagging system will need to be stilled, because the combination cannot contact with the oxygen, or otherwise they may just catch fire. So for the slagging system, we will use this slagging wrench. Also, they will use the sealed environment design. And then it is have the water cover outside. So to slag the charcoal at the same time to cool down it. The normal temperature of this reaction is 400 to 800 degree. Here is the recycling of the smoke that we need to emission. And in this cooling tower, they have the water inside. So they will use a water pool and all the water are recycling. There are no water waste during the production. So first, let's introduce about this working process. First is just according to the material size and moisture to adjust them into smaller than 30 millimeter and dry them at 15 millimeter. And then we will use the burner, hot wind furnace, or extra heating source to heat the carbonization reactor. The raw material is in the furnace for drying and carbonization, It will heat in certain temperature when the gas begins to generate, and the gas after purification and separation, it can flow back to the drying machine or the hot wind furnace to get the extra heating energy. And after the exhaust gas just be smoked, and the dryer is used in the just after drying. Well, the waste gas will be using the spraying tower to release them. And then just the final products after the carbonization, it will just conveyed through this cooling switch, and to make it cooled efficiency, and then to send to the yard or just for packing or storage. This is a whole production line. Well, the main technique we have is the fully continuous carbonization system. But if you want to get the batch type or semi-continuous pyrolysis plant or carbonization plant, you can also contact with us. They have a more just a smaller capacity, and it's can't to work continuously. But for the batch type, they are suitable for more raw materials. You don't need to crush them to the particles. The wood, you cut it to the section and the block, and then you can just feed them into the raw materials. The technique is more easy, and the cost is more lower than the fully continuous one. So here are some differences between the batch type and semi-continuous. If you have any questions or want to get the price list, you can contact with us. We are the sales manager of the carbonization equipment. Well, the charcoal is to process like the straw, rice husk, or coconut shell, or bamboo wood, and some other organic waste into the high temperature and oxygen-free environment, and then we can get the charcoal. And for us, we have our advantages is we have the fully continuous one that is more just environmental friendly and more have a higher working efficiency during the production. Well, we can not only to process this kind of waste into the valuable charcoal, and also it's more environmental friendly to process this kind of waste. The processing line mainly consists of this redap, the pre-treatment, carbonization, and the post-treatment, just the slagging system. Also, we can also process like the sludge, or like the city sludge, or the industrial sludge. They can also get the char. This is not very common raw materials, but also they can be processed. Or some rubbish, like the daily waste, the electronic waste, solid waste, they can also process. Let's see some pictures and to see what it looks like. So if you have any questions or want to know more information, you can leave in the comment section, or you can send a private message to us, tell us your WhatsApp or email, then our sales manager will add you and send you our catalog, our price list. Like this green one is the carbonization furnace for 110 per hour. Here is the installation cover, and we will put the furnace inside. This is the installation cover. And this is the drying machine. It's 14 millimeter to dry the raw materials into the moisture lower than 15%. Here is a furnace. The furnace into the carbonization machine. Material will feed in this feeding door, and then they have this block inside. It will transport the particles into the backward, and then we will just get the charcoal and the gas. Here are the cycle dust collector or the purification system, and here is a belt conveyor to feed the raw material into the drying machine and the charcoal making machine. And like the charcoal, we get is the charcoal particles or the charcoal powder, and then we can use the bird heating machine, and then they can use that to use that burning or other ways. Let's have a look at this bird heating machine. Here's what it looks like. We finally use this. Okay, if you have any questions or any other information you want to know, you can just leave in the comment section. This is the carbonization machine for the straw dust, wood, bamboo, corn cob, plum shell, coconut shell, and so on. This is the manufacturer to introduce the technique. Well, if you want to get more information or want to set up this business or interested in this kind of business, you can contact with us. And this is a 3D video. Let's introduce of this technique for the last time. The first is the feeding system, feed the raw material into this hopper, and then we will use the belt conveyor to transport them into the drying machine. Here is a drying machine, and then this is a carbonization machine. We'll use the hot wind furnace to give the heating energy to the furnace. Then we can get the charcoal. They will just add backward to slag them by using the slagging winch with the water cover. The hot wind, the hot wind energy and the carbonization section, they will just transport into the drying machine to give the heating energy. And the smoke, the gas that we need to emission, we will just first cool down them by using this tube condensers, and then by using the spraying tower to spray them to just remove the dust and like the sodium dioxide inside. This is the introduce of the carbonization machine. Well, today we have introduced of this whole technique. This is the 3D layout feeding system drying machine. We can process 1 or 2 drying machine. This is a shorter one. We can have a long one. And then they will use this carbonization machine to just get to the biochar and then to slag them. Here is the purification system and the circulating water pool. Okay, this is a whole production. If you are interested in our business or technique or want to set up this business, welcome to contact with us. We are doing group, the manufacturer of the charcoal making machine, and with tire with plastic pyrolysis machine, and the waste oil refining machine. Thank you for watching today. Have a nice day. Goodbye.